Turning to business news now. Nona Peltier is with us in the studio. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
We've finally got these GDP figures.
That's right, we do.
But they're from the second quarter.
Well, that's right, because that's just how we're just getting to the end of this third quarter, so those numbers aren't available. The most recent we have are the second quarter, and what they show is that the economy grew a lot stronger than most people were expecting. The markets were looking at, say, growth of 0.78%. The Reserve Bank was a little bit less optimistic. What we got was 1% in the quarter-on-quarter growth, and that worked out to 2.8%, which was a large annual increase. We haven't seen that kind of an increase for a few years. And so, yeah, it was the strongest quarterly growth in 2 years. It was quite impressive, and that certainly had some reaction in the market.
Now, of course, we're almost coming to the end of the third quarter here, and I guess there's through the second and third quarters there was that talk of the lack of confidence in the business community. We had the lack of confidence in the consumers yesterday, didn't we? So don't get yourself into the same problem the Prime Minister did, but have you got a crystal ball on the GDP for this quarter?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but I can say that I was speaking with Rod Duke, who's the Managing Director of Briscoe Group today, and he released his first half result, and it was up, his net profit was up 2.7%, that's to 29.3 million. That's quite modest growth for Briscoe Group. They are an outperformer. They have the brands Rebel Sport and Briscoe's Homewares. And he said it was a challenging period. There was flagging consumer confidence. That's the first half ending July. So that covers that period we're talking about for the GDP. Rising costs, that's fuel costs too, and a lower dollar, which makes imports more expensive. Nonetheless, he said that he thought that the second half is going to be very much like the first. We can expect that consumer confidence to overhang. However, he's a sharp manager, and he certainly has the confidence of the market. His share price rose in reaction to that. Even though it was a modest growth, his share price rose nearly 1% today. That's 3 cents up to $3.53.
Wow.
Yeah, and so our dollar, in response to that GDP number, it rose, nearly about close to half a cent. We were sitting right now at 66.5 US cents, quite strong, 91.5 Australian and 50.5 pence. Now, it has been helped a little bit by the US dollars dropping a little bit just as those trade tensions ease somewhat. We'll see what happens with that. There's still a lot of volatility there. Now, our top 50 index, it rose 16 points, but it did reach an intraday record high, hitting the same record close we had at the end of August. That's 9,370. We closed just a little bit down from there. That's 16 points up to 9,361.
Wow, that's comprehensive. Thank you. Very good. Nona Peltier there, as always, very informative, our business update.